Hi, I'm Greg Clark, and this is my wife Ingrid, and we have two kids, Rebecca 14 and Caleb is 12, and we serve in Eswatini, the country formerly known as Swaziland, with Trans World Radio. Trans World Radio is an international Christian broadcaster that broadcasts from several places around the world.
God leads us every step of the way as we need those steps to be led. We often don't know what our future holds, and especially raising a family in Africa, we often don't know what the future holds for our kids. And there's just been so many small steps where God has shown us when we need to know what He wants next.
I was called into ministry at a young age, and we used to receive the Trans World Radio magazine delivered to our house, and I would always flip through the magazine, and there was a page that said "Send me" in it, and it would have a list of destinations and job descriptions.
I grew up in South Africa, and I was also called into ministry at an early age, but nothing very audible or very specific.
I sent in an application to Trans World Radio, and I went to church that Sunday night, and there was a very specific call that they had anyone called into ministry overseas, they wanted to come forward and pray with them. And I went forward, and Don Anderson, who was the TWR representative in Western Canada, came forward to pray with me, and I just saw that as God's stamp of approval on that whole thing.
I started serving in the young adult ministry in our church, and that's actually the church and the ministry where Greg and I met. And we got married from that, and then I joined Trans World Radio, and I've been able to use my accounting skills in the ministry.
So our station in Swaziland has a unique opportunity right now to reach into Somalia and the Horn of Africa with some new antennas that we are trying to get right now. And we really feel God leading us to move in this direction. And so we're looking at getting a new antenna there now, which is a huge project for us. But we really feel that this is a ministry that God can really use to reach that part of Africa. The big prayer request is God's leading in this antenna project that we do have there. We've experienced a couple of delays and problems in getting the equipment that we need to get there, but we do still feel that God is leading us to get that, and we do need to cover that project with prayer.
You can pray for our family in Eswatini. We have had some security issues over the years since we've been there, and so pray for our safety, pray for our children, pray for our future, their education, and just the day-to-day things that God would keep leading us in His will and in His direction.